Watch the Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It's March 6, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. On today's show, I'll be joined by Darcy Golliher. We're going to be talking about next week is severe weather preparedness, and we're going to talk a little bit about that stuff. Now, let's take a look at some of the happenings out there. The Liberal Police Department is asking the community and surrounding areas to be on the lookout for a man wanted on 3 counts of rape. They are seeking assistance in locating Lucio Reyes Juarez. His date of birth is March 5, 1987. He is also known as Gustavo Calderon. Lucio is wanted on 3 counts of rape. Now, anyone with information regarding this individual is encouraged to call the Liberal Police Department at 626-0150. And a former Tyrone Police Chief, Jerry Schroeder, who was arrested and charged in October on a single felony charge and multiple misdemeanors, waived his right to a preliminary hearing and is free on a personal recognizance bond. Schroeder's charges included felony unauthorized use of a vehicle, misdemeanor dissemination of confidential information, and 4 counts of neglecting duty. Now, on February 9th, Schroeder pleaded guilty to the unauthorized use of a city-owned lawnmower. He was fined $500 with this charge on deferment until February 8th of 2017. Now, Schroeder has been ordered to appear before the court again on March 11th on his personal recognizance. And an off-duty Liberal firefighter is being credited with limiting the spread of a home fire on Sunday. At 7:20 a.m., Liberal firefighters were called to 530 North Calvert Avenue for a residential structure fire. Firefighter Ronnie Sumner was working in the area for his primary employer, discovered the fire. Sumner delivered a scene size-up to responding fire units and discovered that nobody was inside the unoccupied structure, which was undergoing extensive renovation during the time of the fire. And a scam in the area has come to the attention of the Liberal Police Department. A person is calling people at random and stating he is with the Liberal Police Department. The scammer informs the person they have a warrant for their arrest because they missed jury duty. The scammer will then tell the person they can avoid being arrested if they pay a fee. Now, in the most recent case, the scammer told the person to load money onto a finance card and then give him the recharge number and security code from the back of the card. This allows the scammer to take the money off of the card anywhere and without the card in their possession. The police department will never call citizens asking for money to avoid arrest. And Dodge City Community College's 21st annual scholarship auction has been postponed. The auction, which benefits the Dodge City Community College Foundation and Endowment Association, was scheduled for Saturday, April 30th. The announcement cited the recent resignation of Roger Proffitt. He was the foundation director as the cause of the delay. No new date for the scholarship auction has been determined. And the average price for gasoline in Kansas is inching upward to $1.77, along with the national average up to $1.81 per gallon. Now, the national average price jumped 6 cents on the week, the largest one-week increase since the beginning of the year. With today's national price at $1.88 per gallon, the national average is likely to continue to move higher due to spring turnaround activity and reductions in supply in select regional markets. Now, drivers are paying 6 cents more per gallon to refuel their vehicles versus 1 month ago. However, significant yearly discounts remain and pump prices are down 65 cents on the year. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Stick around. I'm going to be back with, well, we hope there's a little precipitation in the forecast next.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
They've given you encouragement, given you perspective, given you love when you needed it most. It's unthinkable that their generosity could be taken advantage of. Thanks to a new law in Kansas, financial abuse of an elder person is now a serious crime. If you or someone you know is being financially abused, you have the power to act. Together, we can protect the ones who have protected us for so long. Call 1-800-922-5330 for help.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back. Yep, pretty cloudy out there. You can see as we look off to the northeast on the TV23 tower cam, lots of high clouds. Not much precipitation in those clouds. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. 50 degrees right now, 63% relative humidity. You would hope there'd be some precipitation in, but nope. Winds are out of the north, 14, barometric pressure on the rise. As we look at our current temperatures around the viewing area, everybody in the 40s and 50s. So it's not too bad out there. It's not going to warm up a whole bunch today, but it's not going to be bad. Current dew points around the area, everybody in the 30s, except you get out to Elkhart and Lamar, they're in the 20s. Now, winds pretty much out of the north-northeast everywhere except you get over here to Medicine Lodge. They're showing winds out of the south-southeast. There is a band of showers that's moving through to the northeast there towards the Wichita area. That's why their winds are a little goofy. Everybody else out here in the teens. Looking at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday. Our high was 78 degrees. We're not going to see that today. Record was 80 degrees back in 2006. Our low last night, 37. Wow, -6 back in 1996. You needed a coat that day. Currently, for the month, no new precipitation in the bucket. We hope that changes, though. Looking at our forecast for today, we do have a 20% chance of scattered thunderstorms around the area. High is going to be 60 degrees. Winds are going to stay out of the north-northeast at 14. Tonight, that 20% chance of rain hanging around 37 for our low. Winds will be out of the north at 8, so they're going to lay down a little bit. We haven't had the winds that we've had lately. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 62 degrees. Winds are still going to be out of the northeast at 13 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, 36 for the low. Winds are going to be out of the northeast still, and then after midnight, switching around just a little bit to the north-northwest. As we look at our 7-day, you can see that chance of rain hanging around today and tonight. Tomorrow, we're in the 60s. We're all in the 60s until we get to Sunday. Then we're going to start warming up into the 70s. Lows are going to pretty much stay in the 30s and lower 40s, so it's not going to be too bad. Looking at our storm spotter training tonight in Hugoton, 7 o'clock, the EMS Training Center. Tomorrow is Wednesday, 7 o'clock at the Sterling Museum in Hayes. Then on Thursday at the Fairgrounds in Pawnee. Monday back at the courthouse in Dighton. Tuesday, Kearney County Library in Lakin, and then 2 of them on Wednesday in Finney County at the Fairgrounds, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's a look at the weather and what else is going on. Hey, we'll be back with the markets and Darcy after this.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Welcome back. I don't know what video is coming up. Anyway, welcome back. I'm now joined by my good old friend, Darcy Golliher from Meade. Darcy is an independent contractor, and she works on Emergency Preparedness Services. Hiya.
Well, thank you for inviting me here.
Hey, you look good today.
Thank you.
All right. Next week is Emergency Preparedness Week, right?
It's actually severe weather awareness.
Severe weather awareness. So, but you should be aware and you should be prepared.
That's correct.
Right?
That's
okay.
correct.
All right. So, what does one do to get ready for emergency preparedness? I mean, for severe weather and stuff starting next week. What do you want to do?
Well, the National Weather Service, every year they choose a week in March for their severe weather awareness. And they want everyone to be aware of what you need to do. How do you prepare for severe awareness, for severe weather? They, last year alone, in 2015, we had 126 tornadoes in the state of Kansas alone.
That's a lot of tornadoes.
That is. And a lot of them occurred in southwest Kansas. In fact, the most tornadoes, they occurred in Gray County with 10. Finney County had 9. Meade had 7. And so we had quite a lot of tornadoes. Fortunately, the majority of the tornadoes were considered a weak tornado, and an EF0. And
that's kind of a letdown if it's an EF0, isn't it?
It's still.
But that's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The EF, it stands for Enhanced Fuji Scale, and it's based off of the miles per hour wind speed. And EF0, EF1, they're your weak tornadoes. Your EF4 and 5, they're your very violent tornadoes. Again, fortunately, last year we didn't have any EF4s or 5s. We had a few EF3s, 2s, but the majority of them were zeros and 1s.
So the last time that Kansas probably had an EF5 would have been, was it the Greensburg, or have we had one since then?
I would believe Greensburg, but we've had some around 2008 was probably our worst year as far as tornadoes went.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, because an EF4 and 5 can do some damage.
You're looking at 165 or greater miles per hour wind. So yes.
That's a lot of wind.
Yes.
They can do some damage.
We had, in fact, last year, we had the longest tornado that ran for a stretch of 51 miles. It was in Seward County, Meade County, and Gray County. And that was late in the year, November 16th.
Was that the one in November that we had? So that kind of shows you that it doesn't matter what time of year it is, you can have a tornado.
That's exactly right. Our tornado season is not really a season anymore.
But along with tornadoes, though, we're going to have to worry about lightning, severe thunderstorms.
That's exactly right.
Hail,
flooding,
flash floods. Even though we're in southwest Kansas, it could happen.
That's exactly right.
Well, in low-lying areas, out in rural areas and stuff, there's always places where water runs across the road, right?
Right.
So don't drown, is it turn around, don't drown, or don't drown, turn around?
It's turn around, don't drown. And that's exactly right. What's neat about the National Weather Service is they attach these catchy phrases or acronyms to help us remember how do we prepare. For example, for a tornado, we want to duck, D-U-C-K. The D is we want to go down to the lowest level of the room. The U is we want to take cover under something sturdy. C, cover our heads. K, keep there until the threat of the tornado is gone.
Huh.
And then,
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, you want to duck when you're in a tornado. A lot of a misconception, I know a lot of schools used to say go out into the middle of the halls, and they're not saying that anymore. It just creates a wind tunnel. So they're telling you to go to the lowest area and go into a central location within your home, whether it's a closet, a bathroom. Ideally, we'd like to go in the basement, but if you don't have a basement, you want...
Yeah, so many homes in this part of the world don't have basements.
Right. So go into a closet, go into your bathroom. You want to stay away from windows. Want to stay for anything. If the tornado were to hit your area, that blowing glass will cause just enough destruction as the tornado itself. Okay,
so for parents and people that are watching, all right, so you talk about, moving the kids into the hall. If an older school building doesn't have a storm shelter or a safe area, where do those kids do and where do they go? What do they do?
You want to go into the central part of your facility. So bathrooms, there's no windows in the bathrooms. Yeah. If they have any classrooms that are in the center of the facility without any windows, that's where you want to go. And you want to get under something sturdy. Get under your desk if you have to, or something that will protect you against falling debris.
Okay.
One thing we also learn is you want to, wherever your shelter may be, especially at home, have a preparedness kit and keep a change of clothing, a pair of shoes. Tornadoes, they happen early evening into the night. Most of us, as soon as we get home, we kick off our shoes.
Yes.
Well, when a tornado goes through, you're going to have so much debris, some glass, nails. You don't want to be walking around in your bare feet.
I never thought of that. Having some shoes and stuff ready to go. So, all right, so what all besides clothing and shoes and that kind of stuff, what else would you put in a kit like that? And I'm guessing you would store it as to where you were going to go for shelter, right?
Right.
Okay.
You would want food and water to last you about 3 days. Water, they say, approximately a gallon per day per person. And this is, if you think about it, if you are in a location and you get trapped, you will have something that can carry you over. You want to have a change of clothes, like I said. You want to have any medication that you have, a first aid kit, a whistle. So if the debris was over you and you couldn't get out, you could blow the whistle so responders can hear you. We want everyone to be prepared, to take care of their own preparedness. We want them to take responsibility.
Wow. I didn't, okay, whistle. As soon as she says what, I'm going, that's a good idea. Medication, your medications. Nobody thinks about that.
Yep.
That's a good idea. And the clothing, okay, and I understand the clothing, but like the whistle and that kind of stuff, and a flashlight, and weather radios.
That's the best way to be notified. A lot of times we hear after every tornado, we always have complaints about the sirens going off, whether they go off or whether they don't go off. A lot of our counties, the sirens don't have a backup generator, so if you lose power to those sirens. The sirens is an outdoor warning system. It's not for the indoors.
It's not for the people inside, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, because when the power goes out, siren, not going to work.
Right. So the best form of notification, like you said, the NOAA weather radios. Listen to your TV, your radio, the NOAA weather radios. Take responsibility for your own safety. Don't rely on the responders to take care of you. Don't rely on the government or whatever to take care of you. You need to take care of yourself.
I just laughed because he said, don't rely on the government. We were talking about that earlier. She goes, can I be sarcastic? I said, yeah, you can. Okay, and the biggest thing is, here's the biggest thing that we have a problem with in Kansas. We're so used to tornadoes and severe weather and hailstorms rolling in and the big black clouds, here they come. And what's the first thing we all do?
Go outside and watch it.
You grab your smartphone or your camera and you go outside and go, look at that.
And that's so true. And we need to take it serious. The National Weather Service is amazing because they give us that advance warning. We need to take the responsibility, take that warning seriously, and take care of ourselves, our family, our loved ones.
Well, and with the technology of today, the National Weather Service can get those warnings out to you so much quicker and see so much better with the several types of radar that they have.
Oh, that's exactly right. Our storm spotters, they have 800 megahertz radios that communicate directly with the National Weather Service.
Yeah, and we showed those spotter classes, so if you want to learn about this stuff, go be a spotter and you can get out there.
You do not have to be a spotter to attend those classes. They are awesome. Our National Weather Service guy, Jeff Hutton,
yes,
he is amazing when he teaches it. Listen to him. He will tell you how to spot the signs for a tornado, for any severe weather.
Perfect segue, because Friday we have an hour special show coming up, and we're going to have Jeff here, and we're standing, and he's going to talk more. He's going to elaborate more on this stuff. He's got some amazing video, and Jeff's a fun guy.
He is.
I like Jeff. Darcy, thanks for coming by today.
Thanks for inviting me.
I hadn't seen you forever.
I know.
And seeing it today was so good. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
And stick around. I'll be back with more after this.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back. Hey, Kansas, #1 in the Associated Press college basketball poll for a second straight week and for the 4th time this season. Now, the Jayhawks, 27-4, are again a runaway choice. They received 63 first-place votes. The 65-member national media panel, and Michigan State, who is 26-5, they got 2 of the other first-place votes. And they remain second, followed by Villanova, Virginia, Xavier, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Oregon, West Virginia, and Indiana. Now, the same teams are in the top 25 for a second straight week. First time that has happened this season. Wow, that's kind of amazing. Buddy Hield had quite a repeat performance to post a remarkable first in the 20 seasons of the Big 12 basketball. Oklahoma's spectacular senior guard and the league's top scorer and the Associated Press top Big 12 Player of the Year for the second straight year. He's the first player to be named twice to the AP's top player in 20 seasons. Man, I can't believe the Big 12's been around for 20 years. And guess what? Peyton Manning made it official yesterday. He retired. He went out finally in style. 2 Super Bowl wins. You can't beat that. Hey, let's take a last look at our weather. 51 degrees, jumped up 1 whole degree. Relative humidity's holding pretty where we were at. 63%. Winds are out of the northeast at 16. Barometric pressure on the rise. We do have a 20% chance of precipitation today and tonight going into tomorrow. Other than that, though, the highs are going to be pretty much in the 60s, climbing into the 70s the beginning of next week. Going to be a good week. I wish we had some more rain, though. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go